the Lincoln, so
sure, yeah.
it looks like, yeah, Jerax actually puts a Lincoln into his quick buy, so he's going to be the one to build it for his teammates to throw it on them. And maybe we'll see like S4 build like a BKB or a Lincoln's, and S4's got a BKB at least in his, to not have to worry about the silences. Just the Doom is the issue still.
Dire are scanning.
So still a 13k lead for OG, but Empire's got, you know, it's only 4,000 experience. Empire's still fighting. They're still definitely showing that they can try. 40 minutes goes by. We've got double runes now, so map control becomes more and more important. And OG will always kind of have that because they've got mid lane cleared out, and they've got the bottom lane claimed with the racks, and they've always got illusions, manta illusions, and Chen Ancients pushing down the lane, so they'll always have those lanes pushed in now, which was a little bit of a problem for them earlier on.
Drinks are on you!
I'll strip the no-tail now, extra bit of push. Make it clear. Keep these waves constantly pressured in against
Oh, big item picked up for Fly.
Oh, absolutely. If he catches FN, it's game over for the quad.
Yep. They now can actually deal with it, the stupid, annoying Yule Scepter during the Disruptor ulti, because now you can't use anything. Same with the BKBs. So we're looking at Fly's Static Storms now for the next upcoming fights, on top of the S4 ulti, of course.
S4 as well with that extra bit of tank. Picks up the 20 strength talent on the Brook. So it's also going to be very hard to deal with, even if he does get doomed. They get a chance to walk him out of it.
Yep, just a bit tankier. Still gonna go for the Mjolnir. I think it's like he's so low on armor, but like I feel like he kind of needs it to be able to deal with.
Yeah, they need damage.
They need to be able to push the lanes out faster. They need damage. They can't clear all these like illusions and creeps and all this crap. So yeah, it's almost like he kind of needs that. It's just depending on his teammates to kind of have him back up. They have like the Vlad's aura. They have the Solar Cresta at least on 2 heroes. So Miposhka can always throw it on him at least.
That's the butterfly dumb for Reza. He is well and truly stacked on this DK.
Empire's trying to play around their ward right now. They're sitting all around that high ground vision. But OG doesn't need to make their way down there. They only need that top racks left. And we see what happens when OG just throws everything onto that tower. It's almost like Empire, they try to fight, but it just dies with the creeps and illusions.
I don't think they these CK illusions.
Yeah, look, he's just splitting before. He's just running in with the split and gonna start beating on the tower.
I don't know how they stop this push. I'm pretty sure OG can just walk in. These illusions are gonna be so hard to take down.
They've got the cliff, but I think inevitably this is gonna go down.
Like,
yeah,
even
Sonic
Wave, the illusions are still living. They're pummeling in. Finally, fortification is popped. They do manage to keep it alive, but as we see, you know, once those cooldowns are off again, OG go back in. Oh, jumping forward, what can they do? And Lincoln Spheres onto S4. They will get the Doom off onto No-Tail.
High split, there's no Phantasm.
Comes through as well. They don't have the Sonic Wave, but the punches, fair enough. FN managed to finish off No-Tail there with the help of Chappie.
They recognize OG sending the familiars to go take the racks.
Oh, the rat is coming through from OG. OG may lose some members. Jax will go down.
Look at Rezo. Rezo's even running his hero into the base.
Straight down to the objectives, Rezo. Miposhka, with the help of FN, will get S4. That is going to be the gem on the deck, but look.
They got the racks, they got the melee, at least.
They got what they wanted.
So Empire, you know, they know Phantasm's down, they know that the split is down, so they try to get as many kills as possible to make up for that. And OG, they start running away with their heroes, but they send illusions, they send familiars to make sure that they can clean up the racks. So recognizing the objective play.
I think OG are totally happy with that. Just what, 2 range racks left?
Yeah,
and only just as well.
There's no glyph. Like these range racks die super easily.
Yeah. And so it's very unlikely that Empire can do much with this time. That OG had 3 down, but yeah, we see it again. Empire chasing, getting kills, but as you say, now OG watching a cool head, making the maneuvers.
Watch No-Tail's familiars here on the minimap. You're gonna see instantly, like he's dying, and he's just like, nope, I'm not taking them to the fight. Look at them just running straight to the racks on the minimap. So, you know, the whole fight's going on, and OG just like, let's just try to do what we can here in this fight, but objective is taking those buildings.
Empire, well, level 25 now on FN, so does of course have that spell life still with a Maelstrom. That's always very nice. He can keep himself alive if he doesn't get locked down. Ags will be the next option for Chappie. He's still quite away from it, and also the Ags on Vansco. He's been looking for it for a long time, bless him, but not really getting the farm at all he needs to close that sort of a gap. We're talking about Vansco, could be a bit of trouble. It glimpse back, but Rezo can't quite close the gap for the stun. Looks like he will survive this.
Rezo's gonna go the Lincolns anyway. Oh, that is on. Might as well.
Yeah,
he's got an item slot anyway.
Yeah, get rid of the Midas. Nearly has 25. Yep, on himself as well.
So No-Tail's about to hit 25 for that familiar movement speed, and then he can just literally fly the birds and take the racks pretty much just with them. But they're very exposed. The line is drawn. Jarex wants to push the mid. They've got Dragon, Ancient Black Dragon bottom pushing with the fire. They've got Illusions pushing top, and it... Time to kills. The push.
Absolutely destroyed there by Rezo's Illusions. He fired straight. He knows that.
Familiar's bottom. Here they go. He's going for it.
Oh, it's dirty. Is it quite enough? It is. Backdoor protection. Where are you at now? Poshka? I'll farm one of them. Probably will be it though, as he does manage to get stunned by the other two. He's quite got the damage, really kill another, and yeah, can't quite get the void off.
Now Roche respawns. OG gonna kill that in like 4 seconds or so. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good NA counter there, Fox. 20k gold lead. Empire, what can they do? But they're still playing around. They do actually manage to clear out a couple more of those familiars.
Yeah, there's no resummon either for another 30 seconds or so, but there's no glyph on Empire, and that should definitely be mega creeps there. We'll just see how they deal with it, how they can deal with those megas.
Chappie is pretty close actually, thanks to Midas to Devour to his actions. Actually, no, he's already got the point booster. Oh, it was on the dead courier, I believe maybe. It says for his action only. So he's actually got the money to finish it off. Could make all the difference if he can land these fights. And actually smoked up as well, so he can get a bit of a better jump if needed. He may just also save on for the buyback gold.
Oh, geez, just waiting for the other two lanes to fully push in. Yeah, I think he needs to. It's like if they get mega, they think they recognize it's only FN who can deal with mega creeps. Push them out, no one else can. They break the Lincoln on FN.
Here we go. Looking going on to Rezo. There's the Lincoln's taken off, but he gets the Phantasm off. He gets oh, poor old chap. He just gets ripped to pieces. They've lost the AA. FN's trying to focus down Jags, but his team's keeping him alive with the Solar Crest upon him. They've lost 2. They will get the Disruptor. The Ghost Stick, he's being chased down. FN does manage to find a sticker, but look at base. Rezo's just looking to end the game, and GG is called. It's all too much for Empire.
Chappie blinked into a Static Storm, and he couldn't convene because it's an Egg Static Storm. Brawl. Empire they definitely showed some strength, but it was pretty much Primal Split was the name of the game in this one.
thing.
It's a very frustrating
You got
game.
the Chen creeps, you got the birds.
5
You
seconds
can kill the
remaining.
heroes, but the heroes aren't really the
And then
heroes.
CK illusions as well.
OG's
The heroes are their
turn to
real
ban.
friends.
There's just too many summons and stuff to deal with. And Empire's lineup, they had a lot of single target, Night Stalker, Doom. But when you have like heroes like that, and you don't have that AoE clear that can deal with stuff like that really
Empire's
quickly and
turn to
can shove
ban.
waves, then you're gonna run into problems. And that's exactly what happened.
But how do you prevent that from happening again? That is the question that we're going to ask ourselves, because we are getting ready for
OG's
game number 2
turn to ban.
of this series. I mean, it wasn't even that Empire
Have a very
OG's
the enemy
turn to
team
pick.
figures that out and changes how they're playing and adapts. And then we keep seeing Empire try to recreate how they made that big impact, and then they lose. So, I mean, adaptation, growth, that's how you win Dota games.
All right.
Incorrect?
I don't know, we're about to hop in the draft.
We are. All right. I think there's something you want to see on the other side. What's that? What's that?
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, yeah! He's
Brewmaster.
back! Deadly Fog is
Empire's
back!
turn to
That was a lot of effort. I was concerned for the table for a moment, but
Yeah, we nearly broke it.
yeah.
Sorry.
I grabbed Brewmaster, so that was actually kind of the point of that. But
Brew.
They'll pick it.
Spirit first row G.
But they'll
Jarek's-
pick it anyway afterwards, right?
This was banned.
Brewmaster is banned.
Okay, so it's banned. Well,
Yeah.
Oh.
same thing.
So
So she's got Jarek's or Spirit.
10 seconds remaining.
And
Switching it round.
interesting to note here is that the sides are the same. OG is going to
5
be
seconds
Dire
remaining.
again.
Oh, they are dire again.
Oh.
And the first pick this time is for OG, so so that's swapped. So one of these two teams is preferring the side they're on.
I think Empire is already. They're like, okay, Brew was the problem. Brew is like the biggest problem for them. They'll get rid of it, and it's what OG's been playing, and it's their most comfortable hero lately. So
Team Empire.
adjustment being made right away. See how they do.
Night Stalker.
Are they gonna do the bat this time?
Probably.
Yes, they are.
Definitely. There we go. Again.
Whoa.
So I can't remember if they did this in the game that they actually won yesterday. I want to say they did, because it seems like they've done it pretty much every game that they can.
They had the
That's not
lone
bad.
druid in the game they won, right? When they did the Aghanims push.
It was the Agnes push game that they won.
Did they have the Night Stalker bat?
Maybe
10
they did actually in
seconds
that game.
remaining.
Maybe, I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
So
But yeah, Night Stalker bat, they love this opening.
5
Take it again,
seconds remaining.
as they're allowed to. See what OG's response are.
do they take the Brew versus this? This is a little bit harder because now there's the bat to the crab for a grab, but
Legion
Oh,
Commander.
and they've got a lot of heroes, I was going to
That's the
say, that can
adjustment.
react to that. And that's the scariest response there to the back. Getting that Legion. That's going to make OG feel pretty damn good about themselves. Having that save, one of the...
I don't think that's as amazing as...
You don't think?
Whoa,
It's
dude.
good.
Wow.
It's
What are
like
you
one
talking
of
about?
the...
10
Press
seconds
negates
remaining.
Bat's biggest thing.
It does, but if you're fast enough and the fight is
5
chaotic,
seconds remaining.
you can work around it. Because that's what we found as well. Like in theory, it's meant to be a hard counter, but if you're out of range, because the range on it isn't the best either, and if the bat rate is really fast, you just like blink, drag somebody away with force staff. Like when you have the
OG's
initial
turn
blink,
to
it's a little bit
ban.
tricky. But once you have some items to back yourself up, you can play around that fact.
and if you're playing also like with like Night Stalker and Darkness, you're such like like the vision. You don't expect the Bat Rider lasso coming out, so blink force. It's like, oh, Presti tank can't go
It's
off,
a-
and it's not like
10
a team big team
seconds
fight hero
remaining.
like OG had before, where the Brewmaster blinks in and starts this huge fight and you can't fight. It's a
5
Legion. He blinks in,
seconds
he
remaining.
doesn't really want to do that. It's not his
Turn
job
to
now.
ban.
His job is just to like remove the lasso and then find pickoffs.
Is that a silencer ban?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is that a silencer
Oh,
ban?
it's incredibly good with the Bat Rider.
Bat
a lot of
silencer.
teams, yeah, love to do that sort of combo, and I think Empire definitely are one of them.
The
Because
downside,
then you can't fight back against it at all, and that Legion interaction's lost.
if you took
10
silencer though,
seconds
Yanni,
remaining.
I feel like your lineup's a little bit one note.
For
5
OG?
seconds
Or
remaining.
for Empire, I mean,
Yeah.
sorry.
I still think it's an alright ban, just because there is some synergy there, but
I think Owen's point was pretty spot on, right? So it's like the silence comes down the Legion. They pick the first two Legion to kind of deal with it, and if it's just like completely negated by the silencer. It's a hero that, I mean, silencer's just obnoxious to playing in those team fights. Just can be really annoying, so they don't want to deal with it, I guess, just in that way. It could have left Empire maybe a little bit very one-trick pony, but I think OG's fine with just not having to deal with it.
So in terms of adapting, Jake,
Oh,
There's
yeah.
not much adapting going on the side of Empire here. So
Well.
they pick the heroes that they...
So, lost all their game. Gotta try something new. You gotta try to adopt your playstyle if you want to get a edge up on it.
Adopt it.
Like,
Adopt your
Play style.
that's
That
it.
was a good save. I like that.
Yeah. So I would love to see something different here from Empire. And we've seen the Bat Night Stalker open before.
10
Is
seconds
that okay with it?
remaining.
They banned the Weaver PL, the heroes that deal with the Bat Rider really well in the
5
lane and
seconds
later
remaining.
I feel like there's a lot of focus on
Turn
this
to
Bat
pick.
Rider, guys. Is that the whole thing? Bat is everything to these guys when it comes to banning and picking?
No, but it's just. I
It's
think
an
Bat-
important part of your lineup.
Yeah, he's such a good hero.
OGs,
That,
turn
it
to
sucks
pick.
because if you're losing, you don't really know why you're losing in positions like this. You don't feel like you should. You're doing well, but like, how do you lose faith in those heroes, right? Everyone else is having success with these heroes. Like, do you just give up on that?
You gotta make your own style,
10
dude. You got a
seconds remaining.
Brewmaster OG. Find something you're good with. Roll with that.
5 seconds remaining.
You know what? If you're always trying to be somebody else, you can never be number one.
I thought you were going.
I thought that was gonna be something better than that.
I thought it was gonna be like you'll
does that
never
even- what
find
does
out
that
who your
mean?
real self is or something.
Does that even mean anything? I don't even know.
I don't know.
It's okay. You had a rough night.
Yeah. Just rough there.
I actually, it's pretty admirable that that Empire goes for these same heroes
Yeah.
a lot because they know that something's off. Obviously, they haven't won a game, or well, they won one game out of the games they've played so far. But the fact that they know that they can do it, you know, it's I feel like there's some strength in there too.
They like to, I think Miposhka's one of those kind of captains where he's just like, it wasn't the picks, and they probably all kind of think the same. They're just like, you know, we made some drastic mistakes that just kind of blew it away, you know. That last game, they had Aegis, they try to take like a crazy fight, and they lose the Aegis, and they just lose the game, like, in a snowball sequence. It takes time, but, you know, those kind of mistakes really eat at you, and you think about it, and you're like, we shouldn't have done that.
Empires
It should be
turn to
possible
pick.
with these heroes too.
Oh, that's a new one.
Hello, Warlock.
We don't get a
Hell
lot of
yeah.
that, but
That's a way to counter-initiate versus a Bat Rider and just drop the rock. You should be around here somewhere, right? Yeah, they do this. We saw Warlock yesterday, I feel like. Did we?
No.
No, it wasn't yesterday.
we didn't. I think we did. We maybe
No,
see
no, no,
that?
no, no. I think I was looking at a different.
10 seconds
region.
Yeah,
remaining.
but no, a hero that gets utilized a lot, but obviously, no, can be done
5
great for team
seconds
fight with the
remaining.
Spirit. I mean, even with the overwhelming odds from the Legion, it can
Yeah.
do a lot of damage that and fatal ones.
Fatal bonds with those is quite nice. The Disruptor, I mean, this is the CIS here. We didn't really touch on it too much, but it's really good at the Bat. You can drag into the Silence. They can also silence the Legion Commander as they drag somebody else so they can't press him off. But now there's, you know, the Warlock comes out, so it can throw another wrench into the plays, and wonder how Empire's going to adjust for this one. Get some heroes that can pierce into the back lines.
And I think with the Warlock pick now as well, that sort of goes more on why they banned Silence. You know, obviously for the Bat thing, but if they wanted to any sort of lineup where it's relying on something like the Celtic Offering, you're going to just want to take the Silencer out anyway.
Yeah.
Silencer ban making a bit more sense now.
And if the previous game is anything to go on, is that, you know, you got these big ass team fights. Warlock's gonna be
OGs,
a good one to
turn
have.
to pick.
Make
Yes!
make the fight go your way.
Oh,
Come on, Fog now.
I love this hero.
Go, Fog, go!
All right, all you, Fog.
I love this hero, so that's all I want to say.
Come on, dude.
Give
Why
us
is he
more
good
than
here?
that.
Why
It's-
pick Pugna?
It's just an amazing hero. I don't know.
Hey, messes
You're
up
the worst, dude.
It's an amazing hero, dude. It does so
10
much damage. It's
seconds
just super annoying. Decrepify versus Legion Commander.
Yeah.
It's like everything about it is so
5
strong. Now they
seconds
have
remaining.
like severe damage to work with the lasso, and also they have. I had another point with this. I don't remember what it was, but I'll think about it in a second.
It's okay. You
Building
just love
pusher.
Pugna.
Not building pusher. He always just. We'll take buildings no matter what. If you win fights, you're gonna take something out of him, getting a big objective from him. But yeah, I just love that hero.
Yeah, he is great. He has a lot of different ways that he can approach, and he's a flexible one, you know? If you need some push, he's there, but if you need some murder, he can also work on that one too. So. And saves too.
Thing is that he's in a weird position right now. I think I've only seen the Pugna being played in the I actually think I've seen it being played like offlane mostly. I've seen a couple mid, so I'm actually gonna keep him mid, but
Okay.
it's a little, I don't know. That's the one thing that's a little thrown off from where I've seen him being played.
Was Empire second pick last game?
Empire was first
First
pick
pick last game.
and second pick this game.
So if you're second pick, that's kind of weird that
Team
they
Empires
choose their
turn to
mid 2
Right?
games in a row like that. That's what I was thinking about right now.
That's why I'm like, I want to put it mid right now, but I'm like, I feel like it's gonna be like a safe lane Pugna or something this time around.
Yeah, like the benefit is usually that.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even see
the benefit normally in that position, since I should probably elaborate, is if you're second pick, right,
remaining.
you get to see enemy mid hero, and then you can get this like
5 seconds
really
remaining.
solid overall matchup. But it's like if you're really set on the Pugna,
If you're second pick, you're also last pick.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
And so. Yeah, you get to stomp it.
Turn to ban.
I'd like to
Yeah, Rezo AM could be nice.
Oh, you mean for,
sorry,
you mean
for
for Empire,
Empire,
right?
Yeah, for Empire.
Well, we need Chappy. I
10
gotta think
seconds
Chappy heroes, right?
remaining.
Well, Chappie's been playing what? He's been playing the Bloodseeker. That was one of the ones you liked to take
5
yesterday.
seconds
What else
remaining.
did we see him on?
I'd be a fan
Bloodseeker
of PS,
Pugna.
yeah.
Ooh,
I mean,
Bloodseeker Pugna
Bloodseeker
is...
could be alright, couldn't it?
Bloodseeker Pugna, you destroy buildings super
Yeah.
quick. You already have a Night Stalker Batrider pressure in lane, so your thirst should always be pretty high up there.
Yeah, Bloodbright could do so much this game, especially against Spirits and
Blood Ray.
Legion jumping in, making it very hard for them to confidently get off duels and stuff. Might be banned out, of course, by OG. They do still have this
OG's
last
turn
ban.
to
but-
pick.
It's
Actually,
been TA, so they're expecting this Pugna to be like
Okay.
safe lane or somewhere. I thought, who played safe lane Bat recently? I definitely saw a safe lane Bat game. It wasn't in Dream League, but I saw a safe lane Bat being played by one of the teams recently. I mean, whatever. We'll see if they maybe throw
10
some wrench in it, because they
seconds
put safe
remaining.
lane Doom last game, so. And they've done at WCA, they did that safe lane Doom
Turn
too.
to pick.
We'll see how.
It's gonna be an Invoker for OG.
Grabbing that Invoker last.
Rezo, Invoker.
Ah,
Navi Resolution Invoker.
it's going to be a bit of fun to watch, and
Oh,
well,
this
they've
is
certainly got the
looking-
setup with the Spirit and the Legion for the Sunstrike, so opportunities early on.
Yeah, this is looking so good. They
10
got
seconds
two
remaining.
perfect heroes for a delivery system for Lifestealer. You got Sunstrike to follow up any
5
kind of
seconds
initiation, and
remaining.
if shit goes wrong, you got Warlock. So this is just another great draft from OG. A lot of synergy here.
Pugna is pretty good
Good.
versus Invoker though. Your spells you kill yourself on the Nether Ward.
Yeah.
Choose
Oh,
your
it's the
hero.
Slark, the Chappie Slark.
You just needed any kind of mobile one position. That's why
Well,
I
the FN
advocated for
Slark,
the
actually, of course.
I don't know where he is, but it's just Larks.
It's a Slark.
So it's Pugna safe. Actually, I still don't even know where the lane's going to be, but yeah, I can't find the Slark, but it's there.
All right. We'll see some other time. Head over to the commentating desk, and we get to decide if we want to stick to our to the predictions we made earlier. Blitz, are you still thinking it's 2-0 for OG? We're
Yeah.
on track for now.
I don't know if Slark was the hero. I think they did need some kind of mobile core. I feel like if you're gonna take something like maybe something like the anti-mage,
Mhm.
maybe they feel like the game pace is slow, but I think it's gonna be OG, and this one I think is gonna be even easier than last game.
All right.
A great draft from OG. Looks really strong. I'm very confident they're going to win. However, I did say Empire would get a 1, so I'm going to go with Empire.
Well, too late. Your name's already listed with OG.
You pulled the trigger too quick there, production. All right.
All right. I'm thinking OG is gonna have this one too, but I wouldn't be against being surprised here by Empire. It's over to OD Pixel and Fog for game number 2.
So
Thank you very much. And indeed, well, game 2, we're still not a hero that we get to see every day in sort of competitive play, not really touched by a lot of teams. But
Yeah.
you were saying to me you don't really like the Slark pick this game. You think there's a lot of things that could
Prepare
cause
for
issues for
battle.
FN Slark here.
it's not that it's not even that I don't like the Slark this game. I just don't like Slark.
Yeah.
Period. Right now, which is kind of the issue. It's the thing is that he is going to be very like Blitz was saying, mobile, and he can match up well versus the Lifestealer, but versus the other heroes, the matchups is going to be hard because Legion Commander is that hard disable. You cannot Dark Pact out of it. You cannot get out of that duel. Ghost Stick actually gets spotted out by Noto and JRX here. Right
Okay.
away, Sunstrike.
Oh, that's nice. That's a decent amount of damage. Can
They've
they
got a roll
quite
in a
finish him
second
off?
if they can try for it, but
Yeah, he's got friends on his way, but the roll's going to miss.
and he should.
Chappie's there to push them back.
So it's Chappie mid on the Pugna and safe lane FN. So
Yeah.
it is still a pit mid Pugna as we were saying, which at least he's going to have a good matchup because versus Invoker struggles in the laning phase,
30
just no matter
seconds
what,
to
but
battle.
he'll have help, that's for sure.
Yeah, Resolution Invoker, as you said, a little bit of a classic there.
Throwback, baby.
And of course, the team fight from OG is going to be pretty damn terrifying. Pick-off potential is fantastic from Empire. But again, it could be another sort of game where we get to sort of that mid-game where OG start to fight as 5, and it'll be questionable whether Empire can deal with that. Especially with a Slark, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, I'll throw this, and the cool thing is too is like they picked the Slark with the Night Stalker, so Slark is one of those heroes, very rare heroes still, that has like that bonus night vision. So he'll be able to capitalize during darkness with that too, which could be a cool factor for them. So Vision is definitely going for Empire this game. They have the Night Stalker, Bat, and Slark to move around the map. So that'll be nice. And all right, Nox, I'm gonna shoot you this question because I've seen this posted before in the past. Legion Commander's win rate with Invokers is way higher than just plain Legion Commanders because you can get those.
I remember, yeah,
and
I've seen this like 70%.
It's like
80, close to 80 in some of the patches, hasn't it?
It's like way higher in comparison to just having a solo Legion Commander. So we'll have that one probably brought up.
Yeah, I wonder what it'll be recently because we just don't see a lot of Invoker really anymore. They had obviously a lot of phases, a lot of patches where it was an incredibly highly contested hero. But what's sort of the problem with it now? Why we don't really see too many teams go straight for the Invoker in the mid anymore?
He's incredibly weak in the laning phase, like incredibly weak. His base damage is decent, but you're very susceptible to ganks because you're one of the slowest heroes in the game. 280 movement speed, 1 armor, just not the greatest laner. This time though, you're versus Pugner, 1 armor hero. You can do pretty well. And Chappie actually skilled Decrepify level 1. So I guess maybe to try to save the...
Yeah, I guess saving the bat at the top. He came over
and now he's actually going to go down here.
Yeah,
with the cold
body
snap.
blocks and the cold snap with the Forge Spirit out as well. They've got the control and they've got the damage, or have they? The Fairy Fire. It was close, not close enough for Chappie though. Resolution grabs the kill. First blood for the mid laner.
Much better versus the Pugner. He's low armor hero, you get the couple armor stacks from the Forge Spirit, and like that, Jarex rolls in. That Decrepify was used aggressively, so I wasn't able to decrep him to block the cold snap hits. So already OG off to a great start. And in order to ensure that Legion Commander has a good game, and because they usually tend to sack no-tail, they're putting like dual / even tri-lane now coming down to pressure Slark. And if they do this, you know, Vanscore's actually looks like he might go down even a couple more right clicks, 1 more hit.
Oh, the
creeps blocks him.
Oh, indeed, they've shot him in and flies up to get the shadow word off on himself, so he's going to be fine.
So they're forcing a situation where they want Empire to get the hell out of that top lane, and they put no-tail in a 1v1 versus Batrider, which is amazing for Lifestealer, because he can just always rage off and stick his stack. It's a pretty good matchup in general.
Oh, Jarex! Oh, the ball's there. No, he didn't even TP back to base. My goodness, Jarex, take the ward there. Just going for maybe a bit of a spam thing on the map with the TP scrum. And Poshka is still sort of looking over for him there. But he will get himself back to base. Slowly but surely.
Bounty rune, right? He wanted to get the bounty rune before going back to base.
Efficiency. Jarex playing it cool. Mid laner Poshka. He's going to head back over to join forces once again with Chappie. Chappie with the CS advantage despite being taken down once in this mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, you have the way to push lanes out constantly, and it's Pugna's that super strong hero because you have such a high mana pool. You're always going to have mana for the Nether Blasts. But, I mean, Rezo got a kill, and he's still ahead of him by a good margin, even though that could be first blood.
Top lane, No-Tail's farm, 12 for 7. Actually, pretty much the same as FN, despite FN having a lot of pressure on him. So both carries in a similar place. And this is with in mind the lifesteal almost certainly being picked, so you have this hero that it could sort of be left alone in this lane against the Batrider, unlike a lot of other cores where now Bat can cause a lot of issues. It's a pretty safe lane for No-Tail in the 1v1, isn't it?
Yeah, he gets boots early, gets his magic stick, and you're always going to have enough mana to rage off the sticky stacks. Unless some massive mistake comes out, pretty much. There's no way that Lifestealer loses that lane by any means. Bottom lane, FN getting pressured really heavily by this Legion Commander Warlock.
Actually getting the chance to get the vision for the Shadow Word, so FN again having to...
Going aggressive on Rezo mid here. They don't have mana for another blast, and Jarex comes in just in case to help out.
They've even brought the Bat over as well, Empire, to see if they could do something out of the off the back of that play. But
that says a lot to me, though. Ghostic's like, I can't do much versus this Lifestealer top. I want to try to get involved.
Yeah, not getting too much here to pull that Bat. Only 7 from that top lane.
So this is the adjustment I've been seeing a lot of the Invokers do. The ones that do still play it is you rush your boots really early and you get your second null with your wand up, and you at least be like a hero in the laning phase. Bottom lane, FN.
Empire actually trying to make a go onto S4, but quickly turning this around. S4 just chasing down Vanscore. Vanscore will be chopped down in the tree line. And FN having to run as well. The Shadow Word's going to bring him down very, very low here. He has to make the long walk to base. He's out of reach, and they're looking for the Sunstrike. Oh, it's a good attempt, but it's just off the mark. Jax is still hunting. Does have a boulder smash. The Poshka's there, though, so Jax has to be careful. In fact, FN is heading back towards him with the help of the Night Stalker. They want to turn towards Jax to take him down. Vanscore comes in, cuts him off, and in fact, FN, he jumps in for the bounty, grabs the kill. Will still make the wall back to base, but picking a free kill up on the way home. It's good news here for the Slark, who definitely needs it in this lane where the pressure is being massively amped up by OG.
But he's not farming very well. 16 CS in comparison to the 28 on the Lifestealer, who's also getting every deny, so Lifestealer is going to hit 6 extremely early, and Ghost 6 just going to get the hell out of it and just do stacks. That's all he can really do as the Bat Rider this game.
It's certainly going to be good avenues to get the gold, though, other than the CS, you know, despite the fact that FN's behind. If Chappie can continue to keep this momentum, you know, he's in a great place, top of the CS. If Empire can start taking these early tier 1s, that's going to be a great, well-needed cash boost for FN to get those early couple of items so that he can start making those plays and movements around the map, and at least, as you know, sort of have the treads and on top of the Iron Talon so he can resort to the jungle and make sure that he can find that farm.
Yeah. That is the great beauty of the Slark.
Yeah.
You always have that catch-up mechanic. Terex trying to get some levels now. Same thing with Fly. You know, that's the one thing that happens when you do run those kind of like aggro tri-lane things is your supports tend to start getting a little bit under-leveled. So they have to find their ways to get themselves that experience.
It's down bottom there. Empire trying to do something about S4. You got the wraparound from a Poshka. S4 pretty damn speedy though with the phase boots. FN will manage to catch him though with the jump. Vanscore lays down the kinetic field. It's going to be very hard for S4 to get himself out of here. Glimpse back as well. He's so damn speedy though.
That 3-man overwhelming odds.
Oh, he is out of there. Zipping away from Empire, and despite the large amount of control that those heroes have between them, it just wasn't enough, despite it all being thrown down.
Oh, mid lane, they got a nice little, they got an Invis rune, and he is infested.
That is the beautiful jump, if he could get it. At the moment, Chappie playing it safe though on the Pugna, backs up. We'll see how long Jarex wants to stick around to try for this, but yeah, in fact, Chappie's gone straight back over to the Creek camps. Jarex is going to have to come in deep for this.
See a skill build coming out from Jarex too. He went the 1-1-1 build because he needs the silence to deal with that Decrepify.
Let's see how they can go apart about this. Chappie, full out. Do they have the control? Oh, the Sunstrike's actually off the mark. And Chappie's going to get the chance to decrep. No-Tail sticking around for this. There's backup coming in for Chappie. In fact, with the kinetic field, Chappie's fine.
Yeah, that movement speed on Pugna is absurd. 380 with boots.
Just a little bit off the mark there. They tried to go for the Sunstrike connection, but Rezo a little off point. They're misjudging it. And that extra bit of damage being lost meant that they don't get the kill, and that is a hefty bit of time wasted for the Lifestealer, which is a shame because, you know, No-Tail, he was in a great place. He is ahead. He doesn't want to sort of get the chance for FN to catch up in farming, but any time spent looking for those sort of ganks that aren't successful is going to be time that FN can close that net worth gap.
Yeah, that's the one situation where it's like, you know, he has the silence on their spirit, but maybe that extra 0.5 second stun could have gotten them the Sunstrike. Maybe the open, like, you know, just... It's kind of what happens sometimes, but it's not like it's a big mistake. It's just some slow, it's a slow little thing. And now Chappie actually mid, very far up.
Jarex very quick with the silence. Shadow Words there. Sacrifice can buy him some time. Just get the 3-man blast, but immediately the smash comes through from Jarex. Chappie cannot drain his way out of there. And here we go. So here's the Invoker and Legion win rates over time.
7.05. Yeah,
that was the big patch, wasn't it?
Look at that, 76%.
Yeah, that was the big patch. But recently, recently 20%. It's just, it doesn't get through a lot because, as we say, we just don't see a lot of Invoker. Yeah. So obviously much less so Invoker with Legion, especially with a lot of the times with the popularity of Batstone and such, Legion herself doesn't really get the chance to come through that often.
Yeah, I remember looking at the stats and it was like Invoker had low win rate, Legion had low win rate, but then when they were together it was like,
under attack.
Nice. Getting that pick off potential globally is always nice, that extra damage that Legion usually is lacking in his duel.
Radiant's top tower is under
FN gets
attack.
6, so he can now actually sustain in that bottom lane constantly.
There's No-Tail actually playing incredibly aggressively down here. He is going to jump himself into Empire's creep and ride the wave back to safety. Tier 1 on this top lane looking very low as well.
Tower is under
got a lot of
attack.
damage there on it.
Dire's structures are fortified.
We'll jump back out. Go stick him a Poshka with eyes on him, but he's a very hard catch to get, especially in
Lane's happy again. Sunstrike on the mark with the cold snap. No tail TP's in too. The decrep, the blast, the drain. Rezo's going for the deny. He gets it, and Chappie should be safe
got back
here.
up on the way, and Poshka is there. Looking to slow down No Tail. No Tail a little on the mana. S4 coming forward. Not got the mana for the duel, but it'll be silenced nonetheless by Poshka. In fact, it's going to be the catch there from the bat as Ghostic comes in with the lasso. No Tail did get the rage off in time. They have the glimpse back. Do they have enough damage though? Kinetic feels down. No Tail has got the open wounds if he wants to try and lifesteal his way out of it, but the life drains too much from the Pugner. Chappie comes in with the finisher. And again, No Tail with these movements that they are costing him slowly but surely. Look at this now. FN now are the same net worth as this lifestealer, because a lot of time is being wasted by these movements from OG where they're not always getting No Tail involved in the kills. And in situations like that, he's losing his life himself.
Rezo's got his Midas at least now. So he's doing quite well. He lost his tower though. That's also the big thing. Is like Invoker, you go to the jungle maybe for like a couple seconds, like maybe like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, your tower's already gone to that Pugna because of the Nether Blast. So we're gonna watch Chappie make his way toward the top lane, take that safe lane tower. Hopefully, I want to see the rest of it, a couple more of his teammates actually move with him to ensure that he doesn't just die. But it looks like OG actually has no interest in even going toward that safe lane.
We'll see if they do change things up soon. I mean, obviously with this pace that they have at the moment, Resolution still looking in to be in a very solid position with the farm on this Invoker. You know, Midas was there in good time. Double null, as you say, with this build that some Invokers are opting for. And with the range drop, he's quite hard to bring down. Yeah, if he did remain safe. And he's going to remain on his half of the map for the most part. Indeed, just farming up towards that Agony. So it'll always be a hard catch for Empire.
He does the nice skill build too, because the level 1 Wex is usually pretty underwhelming. Getting that 2-point in Wex is very nice, and with 3 costs, you get the nice lift time on your Tornado once you get your Agonyms, etc. Those are just for very little specific, intricate things on Invoker if you play the hero a lot.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No Tail bottom. At least going to be trying for a trade while they lose the top tower to the Pugna. S4 is trying to get a set up here, but he gets spotted.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures
closing in on that
fortified.
Dagger S4, 1800 at the moment on the Legion Commander. And as you
about the same time
you know, once he has that, having that sort of hard lockdown onto FN can definitely set up easy kills for OG. One of the nightmares for a slot.
Yeah, and
that Legion in the blink.
Maybe if he's in the perfect position as well, he can get the, press the attack on the lassos when it does start to happen. No Tail though, very underfarmed. He does not even have the armlet yet, and it's 12 minutes in. And that was, that was pretty much a solo safe lane lifestealer in a way.
Radiant's middle tower
Chappie
is
is
under
level
attack.
10, one of the really big important ones for Pugna as well. You get that bonus health, and he's got Veil finish too, so he's quite a threatening force on that Pugna. The 4-4 build that we've been seeing from majority of players, you don't even get the 1 value point in Nether Ward till later. Just the amount of damage that comes out from Veil, the Crepify Blast, it's like over 550 damage per blast.
Poshka very deep at the moment in the jungle. They do have the Observer Ward down as well, but just getting some intel for the side. Vanscore down bottom, eyeing up Jerax. Just trying to soak up some XP at the moment, already a lot that he can do on his own, as this Disruptor's still just level 4, of course. All these supports really looking for the 6s. They managed to do it over the side of OG. They've got Chaotic offering and Magnetize ready to go for the next team fight.
Yeah, they're
no Static Storm quite yet. It's nearly there.
They're both 6 though, yeah. It's pretty impressive. The Jerax almost 7 even. And yeah, Night Stalker 6, but Disruptor, even with the Tome, is not 6 yet. Ghostic Blink finished. Everyone's sitting right behind Resolution.
Look at this though.
They're expecting this gank. This could be an
they want to go themselves, I think, with the S4 blink.
Empire, I don't think they go as soon as they
Oh, Ghostic jumps in, Silence does come out onto the 2 of them. Chaotic offering drop down, Fatal Bonds is good, connects onto 3 of them. Empire being forced back, Jerax rolls forward, looking for Chappie, keeps the Magnetize going, No Tail closing in, has the open moves down onto Chappie. Chappie gets the chance to get the decrep off. S4 goes for the duel. It doesn't matter that he can't hit him with the physical, as the magic's enough. They bring down both of them. Chappie and FN knocked to the ground. Bonus dual damage is there for S4. They'll push down the mid lane as well with the Chaotic offering. And it was just a very unfortunate time there for Empire to look to fight. It was exactly at the same moment when OG themselves, they were ready to go.
I feel like as soon as he, Fireflies, saw that Legion there, that's when you just are like, never mind, we know that they're all going to be gathered around there. Because he definitely catches vision, because he goes for the Legion, see? So I feel like that was like Empire being a little bit overzealous with the play, just because they wanted to so badly. Because look, Disruptor's not 6, he's not even in the vicinity. And they kind of, you should probably expect that that's going to be a 5v5 engagement if you see 2 or 3 heroes as a Bat Rider when you Firefly over. So a little bit of a, I would say, over-ambitious play coming out for them there once they see heroes. But at least now, they still have the lasso, they can go for it again. They know the chaotic offerings down, they know magnetizes down.
And we're seeing that potentially as well, one of the problems with maybe one of the answers that Empire may have felt that they had for the duel. You know, Decrepify, it doesn't really matter too much because OG, they have a hefty amount of magical calls to come through with the Warlock, the Invoker, and the Earth Spirit. That Decrepify is probably not going to mean that you survive during that duel.
No, definitely not. Rezo's gonna have Aghanims any moment now, which is like beautiful timing. It's like 16 minutes with your boots Midas, and Aghanims is like a little bit faster than you want, and yeah, it's gonna have it perfect timing. So really good for him. 2-0 and 1, 100 CS, love and life.
Empire though, even the pressure up on top, FN still
under attack.
At 1k away from having the Shadow Blade. It's
such a slow pace hero.
It really is. Even when he has the Shadow Blade, you're sort of looking at like a game like this, and what is it sort of offering? Maybe he gets out of a fight, manages to sort of slink away, but in terms of getting in, you know, he is not going to have the damage on his own, and getting involved in the fights, even with a Shadow Blade lead in, there's so much AoE control, so many things that are going to get thrown down in response that this game, as like a lot of the games at the moment in competitive play, is just, it's not a pretty game for a Slark. But we'll see what FN can pull out, and maybe he gets the Shadow Blade, just continue to just use it to put the split push pressure on, keep OG, you know, sort of split up across the map, trying to deal with his slipperiness, and works towards his next big item before they really get stuck in.
They've got the ward on Fly, they actually catch him right away. JerAx is considering to go, but decides, never mind, we see all of Empire. They recognize all 5 are up there. I believe this is where they let the tower drop.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is falling.
Maybe thinking about that, but yeah, with the wall down and such, that's not a fight you want to jump in. Rezo.
About to have Aghanims. Like, he doesn't want to port into a fight. Once he gets Aghs, that's when you get involved in fights as an Invoker. He's going to port back, pick it up, and then we can see OG probably wants to smoke up again afterwards or just go for a fight in general. Well, this is a lot of time that poor has been spent inside of JerAx.
I mean, he is falling behind. He's on the same farm as Ghostic's back.
Yeah, he has to jump out.
S4. Thinking about Mapai, he's going to go straight up for the duel.
Ghostic soaks the Sunstrike with him.
Sharing the damage. Nice heads-up play there from Ghostic. Knows that the Sunstrike's coming in. Miposhka may even survive. Border Smash is going to be off the point. No-Tail trying to chase. S4 blinking forward, but Miposhka is out of it. With the darkness, they can't quite see him. He's going to TP. He's going to get away.
He's out of there.
He is back to base. And indeed, all of that down to Ghostic just getting on top, sharing the Sunstrike damage, and making sure that Miposhka lives to see another day.
Those are things that don't happen in pubs.
It's like, oh, you've been dueled, mate, I'm out of it.
You've been dueled?
Yeah,
peace, bro.
Reported.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice, I love those. Yeah, I love those team plays. Very nice. S4 sees Rezo mid for a moment. He knows that he's a little bit susceptible to getting lassoed. Ports instantly. Yeah. Prepared with that press the attack for the Bat Rider last saw. FN has the Shadow Blade up now, so he can actually move around. And the thing that we did mention during the draft was that Empire does have a very strong vision game coming out from their draft with the Night Stalker Bat and Slark taking advantage of that nighttime. Scan comes out.
They
grab Rezo.
That's a big grab. They have the damage to do this, but no, that Boulder Smash is going to slow down things a little bit. The Static Storm's still down onto the Invoker, but yeah, FN has to jump away. Knows that he alone does not have enough damage, and there's the Chaotic offering. Down onto 2. Vanscore and FN in trouble. FN, he has the Shadow Nuts, but as you can see, the damage that they have to go through it is more than enough. S4 indeed getting the bonus off the back of that. This is the problem with the Slark in a game like this. You know, he sees one opportunity, one sort of, you know, a bit of air blowing the wrong way, and he knows that this fight is not one that he can take. Has to run away, and he just can't.
First Static Storm as well, I think, right? Oh, yes. Rezo almost gets brought down by Chappie there. The damage from the Veil, Decrepit Blast, and
it's nasty.
It's absurd how much it really is. JerAx actually has to be careful here. Look at that. Boom! 550 damage every single time. Here comes another one.
Oh.
Invisibility.
It's beautiful.
Heat free. OG, this game starting to get quite the lead of it a little bit quicker than they did in game 1. At this point. Yeah, what's the plan for FN? Seriously, looking at that last fight, it really feels like he just has to get the BKB before he can think about trying to get involved in those sort of plays.
Yeah, far too much magic damage.
That's a long way away, that BKB.
Miposhka top. very dead.
There we go, with no tail inside him. And a stun strike flying down from the heavens from Rezo. They'll get it.
Who killed the courier? I think Chappie got it, maybe? Sniped it? Looked like maybe? I believe so.
Didn't look like there was anything too major on the card. I think it was just the Blightstone and a TP. So nothing too crazy knocked out of it. And yeah, I mean, even in terms of no tail getting that Deso, still needs that extra Mithril hammer. So a few minutes with it gone won't be too much lost for OG.
I think I'd like to see Noto. I think the Deso's fine because they can force Roche and they can take like objectives with it. But I think Deso like Diffusal is pretty amazing here for him in this game, just to be able to deal with that decrep. If he wants to be able to focus fire down, it can be super useful. It's a little awkward, you know, because you're not an Agi hero that gets all the benefits from the damage. But I mean, Diffusals are such a god tier right now.
Yeah, in terms of the way that this game's going, I think Empire, you know, they are going to be relying a lot on Chappie to do the work in these fights. He's halfway towards his Aghanims. The Pugna, you know, if we saw down bottom, still can do an absolute insane amount of damage if the control's there from his teammates.
But it's just awkward, right? Like when you see like this Pugna picked fourth and like the heroes that they had, usually you want to see Pugna with a lineup that can group up and you kind of go for that push and you group around that Pugna ward and it's like, okay, well they can't really challenge us. This one, it's like Empire has like a very split pushy catching lineup that they want to do with the Batrider, Nightstalker, Slark, and then this Pugna wants to siege tower, so it's like it's a little awkward, I feel like.
Very hard to get
now they're
job done for Empire.
At least they can take advantage of the nighttime though, right? When it's night, they can group up and they can go for those type of sieges. So now they're taking out this last tier 1 finally. 20 minutes.
As for now, with the Blade Mail, Jarax has completed the Blink Dagger for Earth Spirit. So
baby.
A lot of big items on OG, a lot of catch potential, and a lot of counter initiation as well if this Bat tries to make a play.
Got the bots Aghanims now too on the resolution, so he can always get involved in the fights, and he will also be building toward the BKB. He's definitely played this Pugna Invoker matchup, because you kill, like I was saying during the draft, you kill yourself on the ward in those fights if it's down. So with the BKB, you can completely nullify that, and majority of Empire's damage, besides the Slark, it's all magical. So
absolutely.
It makes sense.
Especially when you've got a lineup sort of with these 3 melee heroes, you can't really offer too much in terms of focusing, prioritizing, taking down the ward. It's not too easy in the team fights.
No, it's usually hidden in a tree because he has Aether Lens, so he has the cast range bonus. You can hide it in places. So. Fly, getting some very deep aggressive wards down.
FM would be a lovely catch. He's going to head over. What do you suspect? In fact, goes to the one to get the jump. Finds their support. Jax has already finished off the Disruptor, but now the chaotic offering comes back in response. FN working down onto the Warlock. Will take down 1 kill. As Darkpack to jump himself down to the low ground, but Jax makes the connection with the Boulder Smash. Tornado comes flying through from Rezo. Down goes the ice, and this Slark is trapped in place. Double kill for Resolution. Empire losing 3. Again, these team fights so hard and pretty much impossible for FN to get anything done. He gets the kill onto the Warlock, but no way of escaping despite his best efforts. Now Empire will lose a tier 2 as well in the mid lane. As 22 minutes in, OG's draft really coming out on top.
It's so hard for Empire to take those type of engagements because their only real team fight in the game is Vanscore. And look, Vanscore dies instantly at the start of the fight. They've got no Static Storm for this, so OG is able to get every single spell off, and it's... Chappie can't even get into the fight either. Like, they have to execute these fights so perfectly for them to actually be able to fight straight into OG's lineup. But that's the nature of the game, right? You're playing versus Warlock or Spirit with a very low team fight team. And now, you know, Rezo's online, so he is also a massive team fighting factor.
And we see, you know, in that last fight as well, you know, Jarax, as always, being absolutely on point with
clutch.
With the Earth Spirit plays. It just, you know, playing against a good Earth Spirit as a Slark is not ideal. And we're seeing
Rezo, maybe they catch him here.
It would be a massive catch. No. Jarax says, yeah, good luck with that one.
Did they get the glimpse? Oh, they do get Rezo here.
That damage. It is the Pugna, Chappie. He picks up for where the damage is lacking for the team. And that, you know, that certainly is refreshing for Empire, knowing that they can still get these big kills, but it...
I mean, look how much they get from that
so
one
hard
kill.
To do.
1,000 gold change, 2,100 experience. It's pretty enormous when they kill that level 17 Invoker.
And to be fair with the you know, sort of the Warlock pickoff, FN continuing to get the farm despite the odds, he's still ahead of No-Tail's Lifestealer, and he is very close to having that BKB.
Yeah.
And for sure, once the BKB's there, if he gets it out at a good time in the fight, it's very hard for OG to get him. Sure, they still have the hard lockdown from the duel and such. If that BKB's off before, even if the duel comes through, maybe they don't even have the damage to bring him out as long as the rest of Empire can keep the team off that slot.
They're ready to go. Jarex, remember, he has that Blink Dagger, that instant stun. Could be a big problem if they're able to get it up before Dark Pact, but they recognize the darkness is popped. Miposhka scouts them out and does not want to fight into this yet. They may not have the exact timing of the chaotic offering, so they don't want to fight into that by any means. Wait for that BKB before they do that. And we do have Rezo, has now the BKB finished up, so in that last situation, there's no way he would die if he had it. And there they go. They smoke. They've got rock up, but there is a ward mid. So that was actually spotted by Empire. So they are going to be wary that this smoke is going on. And OG actually makes them way into the pit. Desolator was just picked up, as we mentioned. And with that alacrity, they should be able to bring it down quite easily without Empire.
Empire, yeah, they've just pinged it out now, but no way that they can get here nearly quick enough.
Nah, they're even trying to smoke. They try to contest it, but that's already going to be dead.
Roshan has
Straight up,
fallen to the dark.
Aegis into the hands of Rezo.
Right.
FN does have the BKB finished, but fighting into an Aegis Invoker still.
Well, this could
very
be
hard.
this could be maybe if they wanted to go. They did see FN with the ward. OG did, that is. They saw Rezo port bottom to push out the wave, so maybe they smoke into the enemy jungle and try to get something here. This is what they can hope for.
Yeah, Rezo full showing down bottom. Certainly would be the chance to find a jump, but looks like they're not going to get it. The sweep's a little too slow around the jungle.
Could have been a small opportunity. Mid lane, Chappie getting engaged on. Jarex gets the silence, gets the stun right away, and that is a very dead Pugman.
Now, what a beautiful jump in Jarex as well, straight across the river. Huge range on the catch potential from the Earth Spirit. Not a chance for Chappie to even react to that one. And with one hero down, OG know that they can keep the pressure on this bottom, take a free tier 2 tower. And in fact, with the rest of OG grouping up, they could even look to pressure high ground if they wish.
So Noto's going to go AC. He doesn't care about the fights, just cares about being able to push.
Yeah.
Makes sense as well.
Radiant's
They haven't really been having trouble with
under
Pugna
attack.
anyway, so that makes a lot more sense. Chappie forced to buy back. OG respecting that though. Resetting and backing up, but they still have their ultis ready, claiming the high ground.
Especially if they can kill Chappie now, it would be huge. So Noto's going to head back. It was a bit of split push. FN brought the creep wave right round to the tier 3s of OG, so they'll back up. And of course, no need for OG to really rush this game too much. They've got a very comfortable lead, and if this game ends up going later and later, not necessarily Empire with a lineup that's going to get sort of any better than OG's. OG's, of course, scaling very nicely as any lineup would with an Invoker involved.
Yep. Top lane, no tail. Trying to go for him here.
Go stick.
They're getting afraid now, though.
They're so spooked. And rightfully so. S4 and Fly are in the neighborhood. Chaotic Offering still there. Mid lane.
Solo by Rezo, it looks like there.
Straight in with the cold snap. He's gone. Jarex.
Stunned by Jarex. He paid for the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't stand too close to that Chappie. Ghost Stick on the high ground. Does get the blink off, in fact. Couldn't get the touch through. FN sort of out on his own now. Does have the Shadow Blade. Sentry's down, but FN already out of range of it. He will live. Does have the TP available, so we'll get himself back out as well. 1,200 gold on the slot now on top of the BKB. We'll see which way he wants to go in terms of maybe starting to get a damage out. We'll see if he feels like he has to play super safe, if he ends up building a Lincoln's as well as the BKB this game.
Rezo instant tornado onto Ghostic. He gets the Sunstrike meatball combo, and Ghostic just drops down to
Resolution, ladies and gentlemen. His combo is still there. He's getting close back though into the Static Storm.
Oh, but he gets the Ghost Walk, and he gets the
speedy
speed to get out of that kinetic field. Didn't even have to use the BKB.
Yeah, didn't have to use the BKB. Didn't have to lose the Aegis, of course, still in his hands.
Quick fingers.
2,600 gold on him.
He even got the triple Wex off after he invoked the Ghost Walk. Well, he was 550 movement speed.
Dire are scanning.
OG, they've had a few, they've had a good history of Invoker players on their team, and it looks like it's continuing, of course, with Rezo in their lineup. Very solid gameplay from this Invoker. 7-1 and 2. Resolution showing he certainly still has it on the Invoker. Goodn's back. Watch out S4. Stun is there, and in fact S4 should go down. Pops the Blade Mail. Doesn't matter. FN bites through it. Will take down the Legion Commander. Quite the pickoff, and S4 just getting caught out there by the glimpse.
They might get, they're going to get Fly here too now.
More. Yeah, this is perfect. This is the sort of opportunity. This is the ideal fight that Empire can have. Fly will be glimpsed back. Did try for a TP out, but they've got the control. No tail.
No tail as well, maybe.
His rage is going to wear off. The flame break knocks him down. He's been silenced.
He's trapped.
The boulder smash. There's going to be a buyback from S4. Ghost Stick taking a Sunstrike to the head. He is gone. FN jumps forward, looking for S4. S4 a little too speedy though as he boosts himself away with the overwhelming odds movement speed.
JRX standing next to Noto gets him the invest.
Come back in. VanScore, he's TPing out. He wants to escape. BKB very quickly from FN to dodge the boulder smash. TP's out as well. They'll leave one behind to die. It will be Maposhka. But they get the kills. They get out. What did we see? We just saw the one buyback coming out there from OG. Yeah, S4 did buy back for that. So not necessarily the worst fight in the world for Empire, even though they lost 2 at the end of it. They should be back for the defense on this high ground as well.
Notail almost died there because he was stuck on inside the trees. He was getting drained, but JRX walked up and gave him the infest. Yeah.
JRX with a lot of brilliant saves once again. Yeah. Those boulder smashes, and yeah, as you say, just being the vessel to carry Notail back to safety, making all the difference in these skirmishes. So 9k gold lead, it still maintains.
It's just that 9k gold lead though is literally Resolution's net worth difference.
I mean, yeah, sure. Actually, yeah, looking at Rezo, 20k. Yeah. But I think as a team, you're fine with that. If the Invoker's miles ahead, yeah, that's good news for your team because Rezo can do so much in these fights.
I think he has the full Lincolns finished up now too.
Yep.
So he doesn't have to worry so much about that lasso.
Invisibility.
But they have a lot of ways to break it. That being said, they have Glimpse from like a super hard distance. Even Decrepify with that Aether Lens level 20, since now Pugnant is 20, you get that 150 bonus on top of the 220 from Aether Lens. So you can just instantly break the Lincolns with that life drain, since he has Aghanims too.
And JRX as well, after the blink, going for the Lotus Orb, so something else that he can utilize to keep his cause alive and make sure the Resolution or Notail are pretty indestructible and uncatchable in these 5v5s.
VanScore picks himself up a nice gem 30 minutes in. They feel a lot of the pressure coming up from OG. I think this is a really good move for them. Taking a look at the wards, they're getting heavily dewarded and just outmaneuvered around the map a bit.
VanScore's got to be careful. Is he going to get spells down in time? There's the stance immediately though from JRX, jumping from Ghostic. Does manage to get the lasso off onto Fly, but it's purged off. Static Storm's down. It's only going to hold back one of them. Fly, he is the big one to catch though. They don't have to worry about the chaotic offering because this fight, the Warlock's already gone. JRX rolls up to the high ground, but FN pounces up after him, takes down the Earth Spirit. It's going to be OG losing to Rezo. Decrepified, quickly pops the BKB. Cold Snap down onto Ghostic. Now turns his attention towards Maposhka's being jeweled up. They try and keep him alive with the drain from Chappie, but it's not enough. FN, though, with the BKB picking off the backline as one after another does get the double kill. Ghostic jumps forward, has the control for S4. S4 trying to run himself away, but FN and Chappie, they're looking for the chase. Force forward onto FN to land to close the gap. Jumps in, grabs S4, takes another. Empire get 4 kills. FN keeping himself alive and the team playing very well in terms of just making sure that the fights are drawn out enough so they can get something good going. And we saw there how important it is for Empire. If they can get Fly out of the fight before that chaotic offering, things become so much easier.
Having that high ground advantage as well. Chappie was just sitting all the way, like miles away from where the fight was in that high ground, able to get all of his spells off multiple times. Ward in a great position. Great counter initiation coming out from Ghostic, and VanScore surviving just long enough to be able to get that Static Storm, like you said. No chaotic offering, fight becomes very difficult for OG. And with that gem, like we mentioned, FN actually has ways that he can maybe even catch the Invoker when he does get that Ghost Walk. Basher finished up too. He's got that increased lockdown, and he's a good chunk net worth over the Lifestealer now. Like, Notail's struggling in these fights a bit, getting kited around and controlled. Unable to get rid of that Decrepify, as we were mentioning too.
Fan? See if he wants to go on the hunt. He's got to be careful. As tempting as it may be, still needs to rely on his team to fight amongst.
That was the reveal of both. Actually, that was FN's second BKB use, but Rezo's first. The first FN BKB usage was to save him from the jungle TP, that's right. So yeah, it wasn't like the biggest gold change, of course. It was like a 1,000 gold change, not even, but the experience is the one that does a lot from those type of plays. And it opens up a lot of room for Empire to kind of breathe. With that gem picked up, they clear out a lot of the wards.
Look at this.
A lot more map control.
They want to fight. They obviously still have that chaotic offering ready to go.
Always, I feel like they have so many smokes on OG. Very good usage of them.
Can they get the jump in? Fly leading the way. Empire are grouped up. How much are they expecting this? FN on the front lines, gets the Shadow Dance off very quickly, make sure that there's no duel. Chaotic offering drop down, Ghostic falls back, but it's not enough. They've lost the bat. Rezo pops the BKB, focuses down VanScore. Disruptor's gone as well. Life Drain, it is there.
Oh my God.
Brings S4 low, but S4 he keeps himself like, no! He tries to heal himself, but the ward ends up killing him. S4 ending up knocking himself out, and he will be taken down. So a 2-for-1. OG getting a couple of kills.
Veil, Decrep, Aetherland, it's with so much damage. S4 drained so quickly. And that was like the dream kind of situation for OG there, and they only grabbed 2, so I think Empire should be pretty happy about that one. And looks like they're going to catch Jerax
Empire,
here.
they're getting more out of this one. Bash straight up into the silence. No escape from Jerax. This Slark, you've got to give kudos to FN. He's played it very cool in a game that we said would be very hard to pull out a strong Slark performance. He's 6-3 and 6. Sure, he had a slow start, and there was a lot of the period of time where he just could not get involved in the fight, but now he's got the BKB, the Basher, well on the way to the Butterfly.
It's one of his best heroes too. I mean, I feel like we say that a lot about FN, but that's what we all keep talking about, is that this guy is a very, like, not up and coming, of course, because he's been around for a while, but he's just a very talented mechanic player. And
we saw it exactly.
Quick Shadow Dance.
Yeah, I was going to say, that last fight pretty much showed it. Look at the Shadow Dance. Bam!
Boom.
Immediately. Same time S4 blinks in, make sure that they can't control him. And he weaves himself away, make sure he gets their health back up. A lot of commitment there from OG to take down the 2 supports, really. To get rid of Vanscore, try and force Mapostra's way. They do chase deep for him. And just as we see, get the time for them to get the S4 kill as they eventually did, as he did take himself out, but of course there's a sideboard him down. A lot of damage being done by Pugna.
It could have been like a lot worse for Empire if Vanscore didn't get that, like, the clutch static storm off, so Jerax can't get all of his spells off. Of course, it didn't kill anybody, but it prevents them from losing more, and of course the Slark Shadow Dance. So should be quite happy with the way it's going. We actually see now, I think it was a gem purchased up by Fly. Yeah, Fly buys the gem, so they don't want to be dealing with that pesky Shadow Blade, and they're feeling like Empire's taking a little bit of that advantage of that vision that they have with their heroes.
And what's that we've got coming out to? Oh wait, the full BKB for Chappie, yeah.
This is such a big item for the Pugna now too. Like, low armor, but he can stand his ground, and yeah, he can really be able to dish it to OG now.
How are the kind of last few days? Yeah, he's not quite got that AC finish.
He's been stuck on that Deso for an eternally long time, it feels like. I mean, look at his net worth, right? He's 12K. Now it's a 6K difference in comparison to what it was before. 6K for OG, and that's still pretty much Resolution's net worth in comparison to that Pugna Slark.
Of course, as the game goes on, these BKBs of OG getting lower and lower in duration. And they are very important, especially against this core.
Everybody's jungling right now. Nobody's hitting real creeps. Everybody's hitting jungle creeps. There we go. Pugna Blast mid.
Rezo's nearly got his Octarine. Of course, as you keep saying with his net worth, that he's at a ridiculous level, level 24 pretty much, so 25's...
Might just sell the Midas. Yeah, he did for the Octarine.
Very, very soon. And it's, you know, an Invoker in a game like this, yeah, he can do so much. He can easily control the entire team fight if he gets the right angles, and he's got a great lineup to set it up. Jerax, of course, on the Earth Spirit, finding some fantastic openings for Resolution to follow up.
Once those BKBs start ticking down, that's where Rezo just starts going more and more berserk, and he's... The thing is, Invoker gets so powerful like at these stages. He can just do such a massive iteration of spells with that Octarine, just always having everything up. But yeah, 10-second fresh BKB on the Pugna is a bit of an issue, and it's still an 8-second on FN.
And in a game like this, as the Invoker, do you take the Tornado cooldown, or do you take the Deafening Blast for these fights?
I think the Tornado cooldown. I know there's a like Miracle always gets the AoE Deafening Blast. I think maybe if you're playing versus like multiple physical damage dealers.
Sure, I guess it is literally just the Slark.
It's just the Slark, right? So the Tornado can be super
Sure.
useful for setting a lot of things up and just survivability. And it does a lot of damage.
Yes.
It's like 400 plus damage on a Tornado.
And yeah, I'm with the Audrey. The cooldown
the
cooldown is ridiculous. Yeah. Especially if the game ends up turning back more so the way of Empire, having it ready for those.
It's like
defenses.
It's a 4.5-second cooldown, but the lift time is like 3 point. It's pretty much always up if you get hit by it.
Let's see what they can get. Oh, straight away. That's the jump. Jerax and No-Tail. They've been looking for a lot this game. Maybe as many times as they would have hoped. Static Storm pop down, holding S4 back. There's damage from, look at that, with the glimpse back. S4 taking a huge beating from Chappie. No-Tail moves forward onto Chappie, roll for Jerax. Look at the opening, they've got the duel. Chaotic offering drop down as well. They'll throw down the Tornado onto the battle, allowing them to take down Chappie. Chappie doesn't actually have buyback on the Pugna. He's down for 90.
Oh god.
In fact, none of Empire seeming to have buyback available for this. Vanscore's gone as well. He doesn't have the gold to do so. So this is going to be a fair bit of time where only FN is out on the map. It looks like he's heading towards maybe looking to cut the creeps, but I don't know how much that's going to help him. They've already got a fair amount of creeps coming into the base.
This is
OG going to be able to do so much here with this time. There's a fortification, but
2 sets of racks, for sure. This is like the Empire staple that we're talking about, right? Something just seems to happen, something just goes wrong and everything falls apart.
Yeah, 2 racks.
It might actually be more. I think it's actually megas.
They can't fight without Chappie.
They don't have Blast or Static Storm when the Bat and the Disruptor up either. Yeah, this is mega creeps. That's just GG.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, poor Emperor. They've had a couple of finishes like this, where it's just gone down just like that. Just one sort of mistake, one sort of period where Chappie's out, no goal for the buyback. And it's game over. OG, they take the 2-0. As we sort of expected, but yeah, Empire going to be kicking themselves a little bit because they kept their cool for a large part of the game. Sure, OG had a lead, but Empire
they caught back up pretty nicely.
Solid.
Yeah, they were starting to like get their rise back up. They had a couple big fights right after they picked up the gem. They won like 2 back-to-back situations, kind of in a way. But yeah, BKB was picked up by Chappie and he had no buyback and dies.
Oh, there we have it. Well, OG, of course, did play very nicely. Resolution, especially.
Reza went ham. Jarax got some really nice spell combinations. They took team fights around their ultimate cooldowns. And, yeah, Empire just